a mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's why.
It's week 5 of the NFL, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Falcons, and it's all up next.
From where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewer up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You're on a hot streak heading into Halloween, and things will be looking great. The flounder this month, you may end up seeing some of your buddies shipped off and playing elsewhere.
Brings in the kick at the 9. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
First play, Young's going to pass. Throws there for Jatavion Sanders. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Rush coming for Young. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So on 4th down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400, and he was still thriving, driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With this mindset, well, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
That play good for 17 and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Penix here from the gun. He's on the move. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Penix working from the gun. That one's complete to London. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down from the red zone. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was.
Has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons have a great first drive and get the game's first points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Young working from the gun. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Up the middle, Hubbard. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call for the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shotgun snap now to Young. This is reeled in by Leggett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and goal, Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss. So that's one. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. Young on the play action. He's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock. And they
Jair bum ass just got his ass worked down the field by Leggett the whole drive. AJ got T-Mac strapped over there.
As a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go. Ready?
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. No one around. He's got space. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Falcons will have a first. From the shotgun, Penix escapes the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Here's 2nd and 5. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Panthers and Xavier Legette with the football once again. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Out of the gun, Young. Throw complete to Thielen. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hubbard trying this up the gut. First down. They run again with Hubbard. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Panther 11, Panther 11. Set go.
Penix looking to pass. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons in possession.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing Penix. That's caught for the first. And that one's going to move the chain. Trying to work quickly now. Penix now on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Panthers have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
The Carolina offense headed out now. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Here's Young on first and 10. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. Now Young. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Young throwing here. That pass complete to McMillan. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Motioning the tight end left. From the red zone now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. McLeod now returning it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down. Throwing now from the gun. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. 4th and 3, drive on the line.
Trap 60. Let's go now. Dragon 60. Check go.
Trying for it with Penix. Hauled in left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Penix on first down. Caught, nice gain left side. It's a full 40 yards on the play
analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Atlanta! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Dowdle now to return it. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, snap and a quick kneel down, and the final few seconds are going to elapse here in our 1st half. That's the end of 2 in Atlanta. The Falcons really spreading their wings. They're out in front so far. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. Devin Duvernay, a touchdown reception. From there, it's a short trip in the Sunshine State down to Miami, as the Dolphins are at home as well. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Devon Achane, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Raiders locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In the 1st half, it was the lefty, Michael Penix, who had it working. He threw a 1st quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the 2nd quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the 1st half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the 2nd half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
19 tight. Here we go. Set.
Penix working from the gun. Cut out left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 41. Got a man, it's London. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Penix here from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's going to push, brought in inside the 20. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Dowdle now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running right, here's Hubbard. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I was so spoiled for so many years in my Seattle market watching the Legion of Boom do their thing. That's what I see and think of when a safety makes a play behind the line of scrimmage like that. They didn't just want to tackle you. They wanted to end you.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. A.J. Terrell making that stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Young working from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go now.
To the air on 1st down. Young. He finds Sanders. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Young on 1st and 10. He's got him. That's McMillan. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Here we go, shot.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Young on the play action. Oh, nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll get him back to 11. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Rolling left. Oh, he loses the football. Panthers pick this one up. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
They bring Thielen in motion right. Throwing now, following the turnover. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds Sanders. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. They'll come up 1st and 10. Feeling the receiver in motion left. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
A 2nd down throw for Young. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Falcons ready for their... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. Go.
Here's Penix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Here's Penix to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's running with it. And he got this close to midfield before going out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 46. Completed over. Oh, he lost the football. Panthers pick this one up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it. And they've done it on back-to-back drives.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Play action now, Young. That's low and bounces short of his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down. Rush coming for Young. Gets this to Sanders. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Falcons go nickel to defend this third down play. Back to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. One of the tight ends in motion left. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He'll throw it. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Penix working from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. On 1st down, here's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, smash Bronco. Shut up.
Another carry for Robinson. Escapes a defender. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Shut up.
Staying with Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Robinson on the inside give. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Kuhn is up and good. And the Falcons lead by 15 now. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Dowdle now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of him. It's 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Young working from the gun. He smartly won't risk something here, just chucks it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Young to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. To throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. They put a receiver in motion right. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Into the hands of Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pitts brings it in. And they get this down to the 28. Now, 4 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. Penix now on 1st down. And they strike for a touchdown on the final play of the game. They didn't need it, but they will take it anyway. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Now, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this league,